I did it. I played the graphic and I didn't tell any of you, so nobody interrupted. Welcome back to Nat19 Vestige of Ophiuchus! Campaign 1, Session 48! You can take some solace in the fact that I played the wrong graphic. All right.
Are we starting?
Past tense, yes. Does the group want to do anything while they are on the way? Does anybody want to chat about anything in particular? Yes.
Yes! Hey Lexi, will you be my second?
I told you she didn't ask me, Logie!
There is a lot going on.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to ask me?
It would be an honor to fight alongside you. And it was an honor to fight against you.
That's true. I did really well.
Yeah,
okay.
You did so well. I mean, why not? Get the gang together.
Yeah, no, that'd be really fun. Markwire can kill us all together. It'll be great.
I appreciate your optimism. We'll do fine.
Who's there?
The shadow of a figure, their silhouette, walking very calmly out from the fog. The main thing that you see whenever you notice them is, along with this silhouette, the slight reflection of light, of red light, piercing through the fog, coming from what appears to be an earring that they're wearing, as if this red gem that they're wearing, hanging from one ear, was catching light that wasn't there. As they walk forward slowly, you see an elderly man, a very well-kept but aged elderly man. Aged elderly man. Good description, Logan. Exits the fog.
Oh.
And for the first time with a reference, you see this man walk out and take the same stance as in his photo. Stands, puts both hands on his cane. You're not with Mariam. I wonder why you were with him to begin with.
He's a friend.
A friend? That seems overly familiar.
What do you want with me?
What do I want with you? I had come to ask you the same question. Have you come and taken an interest again in the project that you so long ago abandoned?
I think you have me mistaken for somebody else.
Do I? Are you not Hathoyora Kolesh?
I'm not. She was my mother.
I see. Perhaps I had forgotten exactly what it was that she looked like. You are her daughter.
How did you know her?
How did I know Hathoyora?
Yes?
Is your mother here?
I haven't seen her since I was a child.
So then she has not taken any interest in Mariam.
Why would she have?
You are unaware. Your mother and I were partners once, for a brief period of time. I assume, based on your confusion, she never shared the details of her work with you.
Perhaps she didn't.
I required the forging of a key, and your mother possessed the mold. We worked together until it seemed that we could gain nothing more from one another. And then, once she had what she wanted from me, went about her way. Were you with her when she lived here in the city? I do not recall ever seeing you.
I did. And then she left. So I don't know. If you're looking for her, I can't help you.
I am not looking for her. When I came to check up on Mariam and see how he was, I felt you there. And I detected that the same mold that I sought her out for originally was still there. I mistook you for her. My memory is not so good, I'm afraid.
Who are you?
Let's see. Who am I? I'm afraid I myself don't know.
What do you want with Miriam?
I had believed an experiment had failed. That the keys that we made would not serve to open any lock. But your mother and I, we created a sort of substitute. A nexus and connected several people to it a long time ago, hoping to emulate particular keys that could open special doors. None of our experiments had worked, so we scrapped the project and went our separate ways. But recently, one of the keys connected back to the Nexus, and when they have come close to death, their soul has tried to return, which means that one of my keys has worked. I want nothing from Mariam, other than to make him aware of exactly what it is that he is capable of doing, and to offer him assistance.
What kind of doors were you and my mother looking to open?
Various vaults of Vestige, once closed by the gods. You have clearly not been with Mariam for very long. For him to have connected back to me, I imagine, he must have recently opened one. He puts one of his hands up and points to the earring that he's wearing, touching it lightly with the tip of one of his fingers. Do you have this with you?
No, I've never seen it before.
You are lying. Or you do not know. The only reason I can find you is because it is with you.
I've never seen it before.
Pity. It would have been good to continue where we left off. But I suppose, if you in fact do not know what your mother was trying to accomplish, then you and I don't really have any business. That makes things less complicated. You asked who I was.
Yes.
I do not remember much about myself. I have been around long enough that my mind has drifted. These days, I call myself the Feignant. You were the first person I have spoken to in, it must be 20 years. What did you say your name was?
Aviana.
Did you take your mother's name?
Yes.
Then Aviana Kolesh. It is good to meet you. And I hope I remember you long enough for you to be of some use to me in the future.
How did you meet my mother?
How did I meet your mother? I believe I have forgotten that as well. I can't even remember her face clearly. When I think of her, I think of you now. Well, I will try to remember. And if we meet again, I will let you know.
What is this mold?
The vaults of Vestige, and of the other Eidolons who had built such things to seal away remnants of the ancient world that they built theirs on top of. They can all be opened by the Eidolons, or by those who represent them. And for each Eidolon, there is a primal gemstone. One that, in a sense, contains a fragment of their soul. For Vestige, this is a star ruby. Your mother, I do not know how she came to possess it, but she had that star ruby. And we were attempting to make copies. One of those copies was Mariam. We thought he had failed. But perhaps it simply took a while for the magic that we wove into his soul to stick. Perhaps we gave up and I discarded him and his family too soon.
You were experimenting on people?
On those who had nothing else.
He was only a child at the time.
Those who we worked on, they sought us out. His family was treated well. And when we parted ways, though we had to remove their memory of the time they spent with us, that they spent within my home, they left on good terms, and I ensured that they would be taken care of until they got onto their own feet They were not mistreated. I am no heathen.
Don't hurt him.
He is and was as a son to me. Even if he would not remember, I would never hurt him. He is the only link that I have now. The only means I have to open these vaults. The only experiment that seems to have succeeded. Do not worry. I had merely come to check up, and, thinking you were your mother, I merely came to ensure that you were not trying to interfere with the experiment we had started. You will never see me again unless you seek me out. And you can tell Mariam that he has nothing to fear from me. But that if he wishes to know anything else, if he wishes to seek out a fate that is greater than that of a boy who grew up disparaged in a mining town, that he is free to seek me out, that he and his companions will always be welcome within my home. Should he look for me, I will ensure he finds me.
All right. One last thing. What did you and my mother want within the vaults?
I wish I could remember.
Damn it.
Your mother did not actually want into the vaults, I should clarify. I do remember our deal. She wanted information on the location of a particular fortress, of a stronghold from an age long gone by. And in return, she offered me the use of the gemstone so that I could make copies. She never told you what she was looking for. That which she was searching for was the last remaining stronghold, where an old god's body and their divine essence, one who has long since lost their power, is being stored. For what purpose she wants it, I don't know. But your mother seemed to want greater things. I remember the name of what she looked for, and I gave her information on where to find it. An old god, unknown to your culture, named the Raven Queen. I believe I have given you more than enough information. Thank you very kindly for answering my questions and entertaining the whims of this delusional old man.
You remember our deal, right? I'll give you
Leave me
this.
alone. Got it.
You have a...
He looks over towards Aviani.
You're new.
You see
You can go ahead and hand that over to her.
I guess if you're getting it, that's fine. I want you to remember that this deal was that you get this, you leave me alone forever, so you better not do anything to me or else I'll...
He stares at you for a minute.
Weirdly, you don't seem to have anything that I could... Oh, everyone knows all of it.
Oh.
That's upsetting.
He puts it down. He unbuckles it and he opens it. Inside, you see what at first just looks like a large piece of stone in a vaguely sword shape. After he takes it out, you do see this weapon.
That's cool as butts!
That was sealed away alongside some of our most powerful items in the back, things that people aren't supposed to have. In fact, it's within an area where we're supposed to dispose of those things or ship them off to the capital to be properly contained. But it doesn't look like much of anything to me. But if you want it, and if in taking this you will leave me alone, and if Lilywind will keep her mouth shut, then it is all yours. This is Vox Victoria. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And now, if you don't mind, I believe I'm going to go ahead and see myself.
As he says this, you hear a voice rising up from you can't quite tell where in the alley, but just a very,
well, I'd say that paid off.
it is. You see Velia as soon as he sees them, takes his hood and pulls it closer over his head, as if to try to shield his face more.
Hey there. How you guys doing tonight?
Good as one could be, I suppose.
Just fine, thank you.
We were unsure how we were gonna get into the vault, but Diane seemed to be of the opinion, stands, that if we followed one of you guys, somebody might get a bit scared and try to take something out.
You hear a rumbling under your feet, as if something's moving slowly under the ground.
What say? You guys do us a favor. What do you say you do us a favor? We have a wonderful offer for you, should you be so inclined as to accept.
That hammer that you got from under the city, and that sword that you just picked up,
Why don't you hand them over? And we'll consider any trouble that might come your way tonight to be resolved.
No.
No.
Listen, we're not interested in fighting if we don't have to. That's not really our strong suit. But if you don't take our deal, it's gonna lead to more problems for you with our employer.
If you think your employer is gonna scare me, I don't know. I've made a lot more dangerous people angry with me.
Mm-hmm.
Is your employer Diane or someone else?
The empty promise, yeah. But you already know that that's Diane, so why bother hiding it from you?
I quite like the idea of making problems for your employer.
All right. Well, in that case,
The rumbling beneath your guys' feet seems to move and becomes more aggressive.
You know, I'm really glad you guys attacked. I've been bored out of my mind.
And I'm gonna fucking attack him.
Yeet 'em.
Fucking attack him, boy.
Oh, you think I'm
That
boring?
is definitely a hit.
Nah, shut up.
You just got here.
He was bored because you went here. Like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
He missed you.
See how this goes.
Ooh, finger quotes.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm
That's
holding my
16
hammer.
damage. You hit them. It seems to do quite a bit of damage to them. They definitely don't look like they can take much of that, but they look relatively durable. They look like they can... They're not down immediately.
Gotcha. Second attack.
Hiya.
Yaw. Oh, that's a 1. Wait!
Oh no!
I'm gonna re-roll it with the... Which one was it?
A thing.
The overwhelming advance? Yeah. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna spend 2 points to do that. I'm gonna re-roll that 1.
Roll a new 20 and use that instead. That's a
That'll
hit.
be, much,
Hey.
that'll be much better, thanks.
Much better.
Much better. He takes that much.
Oh, he takes 20 more. He does not look
How
good.
many?
He looks
That's
like
good.
he's on
You
his last
fucking
legs.
him up, man. Damn.
That's good.
Are
Dragon Search.
we killing these people?
You're just gonna kill him?
Yeah,
Of course.
100%.
Why wouldn't I
Probably.
kill them?
We're just checking in.
Die,
That's a
bitch.
I was gonna
There
kill
you
him.
go.
They are down. They are dead.
Okay. All right. I can get there.
If they have anything, we are grouped up.
Yup.
And then wind chain.
Very nice.
I'm gonna
Damn.
fucking bap him with my blade.
Jonathan Goyle.
We don't even need
Get
to
'em.
be here.
Like, right?
I'll take care of everything, guys.
I got this.
I got this.
You want to see me take these guys out? You want to see me do it
Yes.
again? You
Yes.
do 20
Alright.
damage to him. As you're rushing towards him, this guy puts up his heavy crossbow, aims it at you. You're not getting past me, Hobgoblin! You
I was planning on going through you.
Or am I allowed to like put a shove as an attack or?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to just push him off.
Alright, I will note there is a big old barrel behind him that I would say comes up about 10 feet, but you would knock him 10 feet down.
Hiya.
Do him a bat.
Give him a bat.
That's a hit. And that is 12 more damage.
Boop.
Damn.
Oh my god, Quintus!
Hiya.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Destroy McJennigan!
He has a lot of pin-up aggression toward Diane.
Just
to throw
one
out.
hand warhammer, just bang, 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 bang.
Oh my Jess.
And that's a hit. And he is dead.
And then I kick him.
Wow!
The last hit you do, you bring it down, you hit him as if you were hitting a golf ball. He gets pushed back and does come crashing down into the large barrel that's down below.
Hope you're watching, Diane.
And then Vars goes. Vars is going to go ahead, and he is going to aim his heavy crossbow at... Let's see. He's going to aim it at Fenris.
That's fun.
Step out here. He's going to aim his heavy crossbow at Fenris. He fires at Fenris, and it misses. He gets a 13. It is blocked by your armor after that fails to hit.
Okay, let me clear.
Let's go, gnome boy.
Oh, God.
So he throws it towards you guys. It's going to hit the lot of... Who am I not targeting here? I'm not targeting Flux. There we go. He throws this. It lands in the middle of you and erupts in a flash of light. The con save is against being blinded.
Oh, God
Damn it!
Fenris and Lexi,
Fenris!
you are blinded.
Come on, man!
You can make a
I'm
saving
alive!
throw. Lexi, it is your turn. What will you do, blind Lexi?
Cool. Thanks for blinding me right before my turn.
You're
Logan.
welcome.
Fucking Christ!
These things suck.
The hell do I do? I can't see him anymore.
I mean, you're gonna have disadvantage, but you can
Lexi's
still
just
try
rolling
this.
on the ground like, ah!
Oh, yeah.
Listen to him. Find his position.
And the ring
Well,
of
I-
ears, probably.
Could I hear
sorry,
the
that's
things that are underground rumbling?
If you want to try to hear them, then go ahead. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
She just goes to one
Pretty-
of the holes
pretty
and
good
just
though.
fires down with her fucking,
Yep, that's today. That's how fucking today's going.
Lexi's
You
rolling on
shouldn't
the
have
ground
said
like,
anything.
Yep, I shouldn't have said it.
This is making fox noises, but in human form.
Is that... Sorry, is that your turn?
That's cute as fuck.
I mean, probably.
You can take the dodge action.
The perception check would have been an action.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah, never
shit,
mind.
you're right.
If you want, go ahead and make a con save.
Okay. Oh my god. Can I use an inspiration for this or no?
You guys, it's a roll, so yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, Harry.
Harry.
You sound like you're on
Lexi,
the struggle
Lexi, she's
bus,
our
huh?
girl.
You are
You're
no longer
You're gonna hurl.
blinded.
Thank god. Okay.
But that is the end of your turn.
Well,
Vogan.
Satiate my bloodlust!
Wind chain.
Shove Miriam. Duck.
That hits.
I just imagine him attacking him around Miriam, like reaching up.
And he's dead.
There you go.
Andy.
Did you satiate your bloodlust there, Aaron?
No, I was just speaking as Vulcan.
Yeah. Really quick before you end your
My
turn.
bloodlust has been satiated!
This
Goddamn
ball is going to come up behind Lexi.
Wogan!
No.
Yes, Carrie! What?
Oh my god.
Was that there before?
Hit anything in so long.
It was underground.
Oh, okay, cool.
What up, Quintus?
Oh, but you're flying more. That's cool. Ha! I'm gonna tumble down.
Since you're doing it intentionally, roll me acrobatics.
Like that's gonna matter. Logan.
Gonna say, do it. Destroy the barrel.
Fuck you, Quentin.
Oh, I'm swimming in ale.
What do you mean, fuck you? What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean, fuck you?
You're
You
destroying
jump.
their
Unfortunately, you are
city.
going to take the 1d6 fall damage.
That's fine.
You take 6 damage.
What the fuck?
Damn.
I'm
I feel
sorry.
like that's karma.
For what?
You like land on the guy in his armor, just on top of it.
What did I said nice job, and then I left.
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic. Sorry,
No, you're being mean to me.
Quinn. Aww.
I want to use my final 5 feet to tumble in again.
Be nice to
That's
teach
another 10 feet.
Yeah.
roll me
I cast
acrobatics.
Featherfall.
Alright, for the 10 to avoid 6 possible damage.
He's gonna take
jump-
6 again.
Quintus, you jump off, and as you do, as you're about to hit the ground, you float for a second and then gracefully land.
Oh, there we go. I knew I was graceful.
So, Lexi's in the tunnel.
Yeah.
She's now.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Were there 2 of these? or just the one? Because I two.
Who knows, man?
I was gonna say, who knows?
Good question.
Man, where even am I?
Where
Summer grounds.
am I?
Am I blind? What's happening?
Are you
I swear
okay?
to God, I don't
Yeah.
see me on the map.
You are right there.
Do you need to lay down? All of the arrows! God damn!
Oh my God! Guys, I swear to God! I don't.
Are you having a stroke? What's happening?
No! Oh, there! She's under the fucking other token! At least on my end,
What?
she's up.
You just moved her!
No, she wasn't under anything. She was right there. There's no other token there.
Guys, I
Blindside
swear
arrows
to
up
God!
there.
So this
Okay.
is going in the highlights, is all I'm saying. Look.
Right? Mariam.
Good talk.
All right, this iron sphere is going to go, and since it can see one person, it's going to move towards them.
And booming blade.
So go ahead and apply the booming blade damage to it, because it moves. Look at you, Lexi, doing that fighting stuff. Look at you guys fighting as a team. It's been is this the actual first time that the group plus Avi has fought together?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hooray!
Right after we all became.
It
part
rushes
of the
towards
full
you. You
highest-
see there's a thunderous blast that comes from it as it rushes towards you. And for a second, you feel very triumphant. Then you see that the dust around it clears, and like a menacing Beyblade of death continues streaking towards you in the tunnel.
Oh, no!
Rip.
That's so cool, but fuck.
Guys,
It's-
it's coming right for me!
It stops. Yeah, it's not gonna bother trying to do that to you. It's gonna get up to you. It's going to go for 3 attacks on you. Goes for a blade, misses. Goes for a heckin' spear attack. It does a little bit of damage.
Could I have uncanny dodged? Or would I have to have said earlier?
Yeah, I didn't give you much time, so sure. I'll give you back 3 hit points.
Thank you!
But then that's it. That's all I got.
And then it's gonna go for one final attack with the spike. That's a hit as well. You take 5 more damage.
Okay.
You're up, Quintus.
So, it is a medium creature-sized hole.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Lexi is at the bottom of the entrance of it, and then the only other path is occupied by the creature. Oh, there! Yes,
There's
you can
another
go in
one down
The
there,
other hole, yeah.
hopefully.
Yes, you can go in there.
Doo-doo. No, I think it's that 5. Doo-doo.
Do-do-do-do-do.
And then you have to go down 10.
I will just drop for the 10.
Okay, I'm gonna deal 1d6 falling damage to you.
I have Featherfall.
You do have feather fall.
Oh,
You're correct. It's true.
I just go down
I've had
all
a turn
like
since,
slow
so I
like.
don't think so. I don't think.
Oh, never mind.
So I only rolled 1 damage anyways. So yeah.
Yay.
Take that, nerd.
Can I see anything?
Fucking die, Quinn.
From down there, you can see that it's right there.
There were 2! You son of a bitch!
Oh no, less than a minute.
So,
Never mind. You're right.
No, I said there was 2.
So, can I use
Nobody
my other
listens to Avi, then.
slipstream?
Nobody listens to
Let's see what
Avi.
you moved 1, 2. You moved 15. Sure.
I'll have to dash.
Sure, if you want to.
I think I'll have to dash to do it, right?
I may be falling for
You go down, you aim your shield forward as you do. The wounds that appear in the slipstream basically fill the hole with this like turbulent wind as you just are in the tunnel. Like to imagine you like rush towards it. This is a side view of just and then as soon as you're about to hit, just from up top, everyone just hears.
I get like knocked up by like a couple inches over the chair.
Did I have
It like
to use
rattles
my
slightly.
Quintus, Vulcan!
Vulcan, get him!
Get him, Queen!
How about get him?
Do him and get him.
He sees the lightning go by in the other hole and then looks over. There.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, that's a
wait.
miss.
what did we say?
Wait.
Oh, well,
Overwhelming advance.
hold on.
Roll it.
I was
I'm
gonna
doing-
say saving
Checking
face.
text because. Yep, you can use it anytime you want. Go ahead.
All right.
Woo!
Actually,
Hell yeah.
can I use saving face instead?
Oh.
How many? You'd get what? A plus. What's the range on saving face again?
30 feet around.
Yeah,
me,
then you
so
get a +5. If you think that would tip it over, then yes, you can absolutely do that.
I will do so.
It does tip it over. Roll your damage.
Woo!
Hey, kill him.
Fucking
Get him.
When you hit it, it does not care. The lightning damage does nothing to it.
Well, all right then. I'm useless now.
No! You're still such a strong boy. Just bamp it.
Just punch it!
With what?
Your fist. Yeah, your fucking
My
fist.
fists aren't magical.
Vogan,
Fuck
Vogan.
faces.
But you're strong!
Vogan, there's a javelin right there. I threw it earlier. Take it.
So it is now up 10 feet. Heckin, and then Lexi, your turn.
Let's heckin' booming blade a boy and heckin' bamp him.
Do it.
Yeah, because he's moving around, man.
Doing him a bap.
Get heckin' backed, you.
That's a hit.
Hooray! Get backed!
And that's it being dead.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Oh. Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Sheaves box
That was
Victoria.
very awesome.
I'm very impressed.
Point. So, Fenris, it is now your actual turn.
Okay, so I can take another action? Or no?
This is your turn now.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's your turn.
Yes. I'm gonna move over to it. I'm just gonna hit it good old hammer style. It is hammer time, if you will.
Give him a bath.
Comrades, I think you will find that as I am about to apply my warhammer to this beast, it is, technically, hammer time.
Oh.
Fenris is just gonna whack-a-mole this thing back down.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
I kind of. Oh, I didn't say I was synaptic staticking it before. Or can I still?
That is something you do once you hit.
Stygian.
Also, that's not part of the crit.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna apply the damage.
Synaptic static. Every time.
It is you are. It is Stygian snap, not synaptic static. It is entirely different words, but at this point, I do know what you mean when you say that. So because you've made that mistake enough.
Add it to the breadisms.
Yeah, it's a breadism. Heckin', it's whatever, man. The fact that I knew is all that matters. You hit it. It takes a little bit less damage. It doesn't seem to mind the cold damage.
The cold doesn't bother it anyway.
It doesn't. It did affect it. It just did not seem to entirely negate. Wait, hold on. Am I misleading you? It did. Yeah, it just didn't seem to entirely negate the cold damage. Do you want to use Stygian Snap?
I mean, hopefully we don't fight anything else.
Hopefully.
Sure. I kind of want this to break. Okay.
All right. Go ahead and roll the con save against it.
I shall. How's your constitution? Not good. Good. Awesome. You can't take reactions. Good. I don't think you did ever. But...
Oh, it shouldn't have had disadvantage. One sec.
Sorry.
Drop the second 5. That still would have failed. You got it. When you hit it, you bring it up, you strike it with your hammer. When you do, you see cracks form in it. You grip the hammer more tightly for a second. You use heckin' Stygian Snap. Ice covers the whole thing very rapidly. It turns a bluish hue, and then it shatters into ice. And is flung. The chunks of it are flung back against the wall where they break apart.
Excellent attack, Fenris.
Oh, we did.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Where'd it go?
At least I did something.
Same.
And I helped.
Shut up, Miriam.
You hear the grotesque thud of a body being thrown onto stone. Your group's eyes follow the wall up, looking towards the source of the sound, and standing rather proudly against the full moon, you see a figure that a group of you would recognize.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I am scared.
Same fam.
As you see standing, silhouetted against the moon behind them,
standing very confidently. The bodies of the people that you just fought seemingly having been moved up there and thrown across the edge of the walls. This figure, looking down at you, arms crossed, looking down at what you're doing.
The Tenebros.
Oh, well.
I was gonna say hi, but now I won't.
Oh, yeah, no.
Greeting.
I came to ask if you had considered what I had to say, Quintus.
1 second, I'm in a hole.
You're out of...
There we go.
At least that's what I came here for. Based upon some things you did earlier today, I'm guessing that you have absolutely no intention, since you no longer have a competitor. Why would I need to sell out Murkwire when you've already done such a good job at disarming him?
I couldn't wait on you all the time, could I? Sometimes you have to do something yourself.
That's fine, honestly. Even if you'd accepted it, I wasn't going to do anything to help you anyways. My plan at the time would have been to tell the local authorities that you were scheming with me. They would have had a hard time. Seemed like something fun to do. And you appear to have ruined that fun for me. But that's fine, because there's always...
He looks over to Aviana.
There is always more fun to be had.
He takes a step off the side of the wall, and Avi, between you, Lexi, and Fenris, you see the darkness seem to shimmer in front of you, and like a shadow appearing, then peeling away from him. He is between the three of you.
The family isn't particularly interesting, but they do seem to have an interest in those constellaquaries. I could smell it. Whenever the Eidolons suppressed all of us, me and my siblings, that weapon in your hand is the one that they used to defeat me, so... I think it's fitting that I get it.
He puts his hand out and you hear a clinking as if he's unsheathing the blades on his arms.
So I'll be taking that Vox Victoria of yours.
No thanks, I don't feel like giving it up yet.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what a question is.
You see him put his arms out and you hear the clinking of the blades as if he was unsheathing them. You do actually see the blades seem to extend slightly outwards. A faint green glow builds up around the edge of all the blades, and these tiny draconic eyes on the arm blades begin to glow.
He's trying to take my shit, Lexi. Kill him.
I know he is.
He's trying to steal, and he's not gonna say sorry.
I don't know if fucking... I mean, yeah. That's the standard that we go by.
Heckin, his turn.
Motherfuck. Alright.
Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. God
Welcome to
damn it.
today, everybody. As by this point, he's still like softly gliding, and his foot just touches the ground. As it does, there is this effect as the darkness seems to swell around him, as if it gets deeper. All of you looking at him, you get this feeling from him as if you were looking at a creature that is far more massive. He is going to be using Frightful Presence on everybody.
Oh, no.
Fenris!
Wow, we suck.
Why can't I have advantage against this bullshit? Avi, girl, you're having a bad couple days.
Can we leave? Let's get the fuck out of here.
You know what? Fuck
You
some grass, I'm out.
all find yourself recoiling. It's not the sort of, it's a regular fight for Frightful Presence. It's not the sort that would make you flee if you wanted to. But as he touches the ground, this does happen. He is then going to go for, he's going to go for an attack on Avi.
That makes sense.
Assuming you
Says
pull away
Aviana.
from him,
Yes. No, I'm just gonna stand there.
as you do.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna pull away.
He puts his hand out and he quickly curls his hand inward, and he is going to go for a couple of attacks on you. Oh, that is on all of you. He's not attacking all.
I was like,
All of your
that's a
throats
lot.
slit. Goes for an attack on you. You take 7 damage, reduced down from 15 as it hits you. And I am going to need you to make a con save. As he strikes you, you find your vision blurs. You are blinded. You can tell it's going to go away. Your vision is swimming, but it doesn't. It seems to be clearing up relatively quickly. But you are blinded. He is doing one more attack against you. That hits, but he did have advantage on it. So he is getting sneak attack.
Oh, God.
No.
He's a dragon rogue?
I
What the fuck?
I come to hang out with you, motherfucker.
Why did I come here? As he strikes
Look.
you the first time, the first attack seems almost effortless. As you find your vision blurs, he then brings the blade down and strikes up, trying to gut you with it. You hear him humming as he does so. You take 37 damage.
Fuck, dude!
Oh, no!
Oh!
Are you sure you don't want to just give that to me?
Why would I give you anything?
I don't want anything to do with you. Not unless you have something I want.
He like tries to drive the blade into you. You bring your hand down and stop it as he's trying to press it into your stomach.
That goes for the rest of you as well. I don't have any actual interest in any of you. Not unless you have something like that. And I don't even want the other Constellaquaries. Just that one.
We will.
I have something I can do.
Alright, I'm gonna
Save your healing magic.
I'm gonna summon a Guardian of Fate.
Also save your uncanny dodge for sneak attacks.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Hey, I didn't know he was gonna do that, but now that I know.
So
I didn't expect a dragon could sneak attack, so that's a surprise for all of us.
Yeah, fucking guess I'll die.
He looks an awful lot like a humanoid to me.
Oh,
guess
shut
I'll
up.
die outside the black district.
I'm
With
sorry.
my friend found my dead body.
Hey, Flux, what's up?
I'm trying to decide.
The cleric
whether
just need a wisdom check.
Flux would let his anger get the best of him. I'm just gonna roll wisdom.
Kill him, Flux.
Please
Oh,
You guys
don't
just see
explode
flashing
me.
lights, and you just hear a beeping sound, and you're like, Flux, what was that?
That's my self-destruct countdown.
Take him down, Flux.
My nuclear core has been engaged.
Okay, so
I would advise you run, but it will make no difference.
God damn.
make peace with your various gods. Alright, so yeah, he's not feeling particularly logical right now. I think I'm gonna spend an inspiration and just have him angrily open fire where he thinks the Tenebros still is.
Oh god.
Gotcha.
That's a good call.
Well, bye guys.
Oh fuck! Oh my god! Why did I hit it so many times?
The first one, for some reason, had nothing on it. The second one we'll go with because it had the thing.
The first one had advantage and disadvantage.
Oh, it
Yeah.
did. You're right.
Yeah,
The second one
just
didn't
one.
for some odd reason. It just had dis.
So the first one.
Because you didn't hit advantage with it. Okay, so first one hit. 19 hit.
Yay!
Cool. Hell
It's good to know.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this is gonna do nothing, but this feels in character, so I'm doing it anyway. Arcane
That's
fire
fair.
damage, and yeah, take that.
As you fire that, you see briefly it hit the silhouette of his form. As the firebolt hits him, it lights up the fog somewhat. The spell doesn't seem to affect him.
I will not let you hurt anyone else.
Do it. There's no
Give
point
him the
making me
sword.
roll it.
We can't win. Just give it to him.
No.
No.
We
Don't let him
literally
have
can't
anything
win.
No, I disagree.
Hey, Logan.
Yes.
If he's gonna do me an attack, I'd like to spend a luck point.
To give him disadvantage? Or rather, to make him roll a d20 and use the lower one?
Yes.
I think
Okay,
you can
why
do
don't-
that after he rolls.
Yeah, no. Just do-
For lucky, I do not believe you get to. Let's check that, because
I can spend one luck point when an attack roll is made against me.
yeah,
Roll a
because for that,
d20
there's
and
no
then
you
choose
don't
whether.
see NPCs rolls. You would have
Yeah.
no way
Sure.
of knowing. Go ahead and roll a d20, and then
Roll low, baby girl.
you got a 12. If he gets higher than a 12, we'll use that instead.
Okay.
He actually got lower
Well,
Oh, that's nice.
and still hit.
dicks!
Yeah, I'm guessing
I
none of us
tried.
can hit him because we can't see him, right?
We're fucked.
That is correct. You cannot see him, so you cannot
You
do
can't
that.
opportunity.
Isn't
Yeah.
he moving?
Starting to get on the.
Didn't he
give
move?
him
He
the
moved,
sword.
yes.
Well,
so go ahead and do that damage to
I
him.
think we'd be fine. I think we'd be fine. We just have to get rid of the fog.
Just have to give it to him. We're gonna die.
I feel like maybe
So-
we should give it to him.
In the meta, probably. In
But what
character,
the
In
hell
the
is
flux die,
standard
bang,
do
bang,
this?
bang, bang. You see his hand coming out of the fog, and briefly runs along your cheek, Aviana, and you once again hear him appealing to you.
This really isn't necessary. You're not all worth this, are you?
Will you leave Summergrass alone if I give it to you?
Probably not.
What do you plan to do with it, Tenebros?
Dunno. Maybe I'll throw it away. But I remember that weapon being wielded against me. And it's filling me with complicated emotions.
Will you let them live if you take it?
I don't need to kill any of you. You don't matter to me. I just want that right now.
Going to keep it for yourself?
You keep asking me what I'm going to do with it. I told you I don't know.
You're
Avi!
infuriating. If you leave them alone, and you leave Summergrass, you can take it.
You see him putting his hand out towards you, as if to accept what you just said. And then as you move towards the blade to hand it to him, he curls his hand again and he's going to attack you because he doesn't care for your part of the deal.
I'm trying.
You do see him as he goes to attack you. He strikes you, spins, and goes to attack you again. I will let you know he's going to get sneak attack, regardless of if he has advantage.
Cool, I'm gonna uncanny dodge the one who did the snack attack.
That is why I'm warning you.
Yep.
Because he's a very specific kind of rogue.
Gonna uncanny dodge my ass out of there.
He may squash, and he may buckle.
He strikes you, you take 15 damage, reduced down from 31 as he strikes you with the weapon. Another attack, spins around, brings the blade down on you. As he does, you see he is smiling an almost innocent-looking smile as he's having fun doing this. That hits. Strikes you. You succeeded that save already once this turn, so you don't need to succeed it again. He brings the blade down. You hear him lightly humming as he strikes you. And that is this turn for him.
That's
Miriam.
Kill.
Miriam, roll me 1d100.
Uh-oh. Ferdinand?
Oh,
28.
Squad?
The fog disperses, and as far as mechanics go, the fog does not entirely dissipate immediately.
So it's like super dramatic.
And I have like a date later, so I gotta cut this short. You should run. I should run, but you should run first.
Are you talking to Avi?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is running gonna help? He can like shadow foosh.
You can fucking kill me.
There's not really any running for me. I can only go up to 40 feet around.
Well, she's a rogue, so maybe.
Is that you, Miriam?
Yep.
I'm pissed. I want to try to fuck him up with Vox Victoria. I'm going to nod at Fenris and Miriam, grip the weapon, and fucking start making attacks on this asshole, and I'm gonna burn an inspiration. What?
Roll me wisdom. Let's say the check. Roll a wisdom check. Just do
Okay.
it.
First, kaboop. Nope.
Okay, go ahead. Burn an inspiration. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. All right. Go fuck yourself, Tenebros. That's bad.
He takes 2 damage. Gotcha. You do note that when you hit him, the weapon gives off this very faint green glow from between the cracks in the stone whenever it comes near him.
Good to know. Seems this thing doesn't like you, Tenebros.
The small cut that you leave on him, you just leave a very thin cut along his arm with that attack. You notice it appears to sizzle slightly. He puts his hand out and like pats it, and then looks at you with casual disdain.
Cool. I'm going try to do a second bap.
That's a hit.
Yay! And doing a bap.
And that's a that's a 10. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I'm not gonna, because if I move, he does a fucking opportunity attack, and I don't have bonus action disengage, so that's me.
I turn to Aviana.
Give up the sword.
Are you sure?
This is not someone we can beat.
Just gonna look at everyone for confirmation.
I think you might.
I value our lives more than that sword we got like 10 minutes ago.
He is
Okay.
likely correct.
I hate this. I hate this.
I'm really sorry, Aviana, but I think you might be right.
No, I'm gonna give up the sword. I'm gonna nod at Vogan. I trust you guys. That you, Vovo. Oh, I'm just...
We can't beat him, and then goes into a full attack action on him.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I wanted to kill him.
Come
but
on,
damn
Bogan.
it,
At least have
Bogan.
your full action before you tell her that.
Okay. I trust you. As I place it in his hand, I'm just gonna, before I pass it over, I'm just gonna lock eyes with him. At least we know it can hurt you. And I drop it into his hand.
Trying to see Mary walking towards him.
As you like drop it into his hand, there's a brief second where he takes hold of it,
And you hear a sizzling sound coming from his hand, and you smell burning flesh. He takes it, removes it from your hand, holding it by the blade, and you see him inspecting it, moving it around, as you see little sparks coming from his palm where he's contacting it. And you see a small bit of smoke coming from his hand. Look, he winces slightly when it happens, just barely. And then he just smiles at it.
That's unfortunate. I suppose I won't be able to get any use out of you then.
And then his hand clasps through it, and it falls through his hand as if it had become ethereal. Clatters to the ground in front of him. There's a moment of nothing. And you notice, after a moment, it becomes very hard to see the sword on the ground, as fog begins to build up and, like this fog cloud, almost becomes impossible to see through. You all become very immediately aware as Tenebros himself looks confused for a second and starts looking around with slightly more panic than you'd seen on his face before. Not a lot of it, just enough that he doesn't seem to understand what's going on. As he does, a shadowy figure appears, 2 hands on a cane behind him in the fog, it peeling away from him, a red glint coming from an earring on his side. And you all hear,
"You are making far too much noise. Spawn of Tiamat."
There is a rushing of fog as it begins to swirl around you guys. You lose sight of Tenebros within it as he turns, looks towards the figure, and seems to address them with some familiarity. There's a cocky smile on his face for a moment.
"You should not touch what does not belong to you."
Everything in the world belongs to me, old man.
You lose sight of him as the fog twists around you and then disperses very suddenly, and both of the figures in front of you are gone.
Ah! Is the sword still there?
The sword is sticking out of the ground in front of you.
Why the fuck didn't you all run?
We're not gonna abandon you.
You weren't running.
I was going to turn into a giant monkey, steal the sword, and run into the middle of the city so everyone had to acknowledge that he was a problem.
Oh, that would have been so
Mario!
To be fair, I've already used Quipcat twice, and there's no way I could get away.
I'm gonna go forward and pick up Vox Victoria. Just kind of look at it.
As you do, and as you take it, there is a brief moment where when you touch it, those small little glowing green bits of energy that are coming from within it seem to expand out and begin coating the entirety of the blade. You see the aged look of it seems to start fixing itself, and it begins regaining color. The metal becomes more polished, as if reacting to the blood that had been spilled on it as soon as you touch it. And you feel a connection as the weapon basically immediately attunes to you. You see.
Hey!
Whoa, that's so cool!
That's so pretty.
It's alive!
It's got a little harp.
Yeah, it's got a
does.
little so
And a keychain.
Tickman is the Eidolon of the arts.
Oh, that's really pretty.
and it's a
Missy.
feather
it's a
keychain. You're meant to have.
And even though you haven't attuned to it and gotten its initial effects out of it, there will be some other effects that I'll go over with you off screen, since it is now restored.
We have something that can hurt him now.
But that's Tenebros.
So that's Tenebros.
Miriam, you hear a faint whisper, a faint voice in your ear.
I do not have the power to do that again. Be more cautious when it comes to your own life. Mariam.
You should all get home. You all need to rest up for tomorrow, and we need to get out of here before whoever that was comes back.
He's not a danger.
Who was that?
He seemed
Miriam?
dangerous.
Beats me.
That's who I needed to talk to you about.
Looking between them.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna kiss?
No.
Shame. Let's go home.
Aw.
Can we?
As you
You'll get him one day, buddy.
You guys would briefly, though your characters wouldn't become aware of it, on the other side of Summergrass, appearing out of the darkness, Tenebros would reappear along one of the city walls, taking stock of where he is, being disoriented as a wave of fog appears and seems to almost eject him back out into the city. He stumbles out onto the wall briefly of the Platinum District, looks around, realizes he's been moved. Looks confused for a second, looks back over towards where you were, and looks at his hand, which is now scarred and burned. He clasps his hand, and then opens it again, and the scars and burns begin to fade away and disappear. And looks out towards the city again, back in the direction of where you were, shrugs, and peels away into darkness, and that is where we are leaving off for today.
Oh,
that said, YouTube side, we all wish you happy holidays, and we hope that you're all doing well. And we're gonna
Goodbye, everybody!
I appreciate you.
see you in 2021. Hopefully not a garbage year.